Tonight, police in New York City make an arrest in the shoving death of an 87-year-old Broadway singing coach from Boonville. 26-year-old Lauren Pazienza is accused of pushing Barbara Gustern to the sidewalk. Gustern is a Boonville native. WABC's NJ Burkett with the latest tonight from New York City.
Lauren Pazienza hid her face behind her long red hair and said nothing as she was led from the 10th precinct after surrendering to NYPD detectives. But onlookers had plenty to say.
Horrible, absolutely horrible. How do you shove an old lady? How do you shove anybody?
We feel victimized. We feel easily victimized. And I began to feel vulnerable.
Ms. Pazienza's face was practically everywhere for nearly 2 weeks, ever since she was seen on surveillance video leaving the crime scene where the victim lay bleeding on the sidewalk. Barbara Gustern was 87 years old and suffered a traumatic brain injury after witnesses told police she was shoved to the pavement by a young woman who called her an offensive name that begins with the letter B. A.J. Gustern is the victim's grandson.
She crossed the street, shouted something derogatory at my grandmother and pushed her down, and then fled across the street and just fled.
The motive was still not clear late this afternoon, and sources say the two women did not know one another. Ms. Gustern was a beloved vocal coach who trained 3 generations of singers, many of whom performed on Broadway. She was on her way to a performance when she was shoved and died 5 days later. Lauren Pazienza's family lives in Port Jefferson, Long Island, but she maintains an address in Astoria, Queens. She worked most recently for a high-end French furniture designer. For days, A.J. Gustern says he tried to imagine who the suspect would turn out to be.
To be honest, I'm white hot today. I've been trying to give this woman the benefit of the doubt. It seems to me like this woman comes from a similar background. Like, what really got to me was finding pictures of her smiling in art galleries, dressed nicely with other people.
And a funeral for Gustern is planned for Saturday.